Let's take a look at your Unit 4 homework net income solution. I have just downloaded the zip file and renamed it to BART net income solution. Let's bring it into Visual Studio. The minute we brought it into Visual Studio, we see that there's two problems with it. So let's bring up the form. Let's execute the application with errors. Let's bring up the program and give it some input. Just anything right now. Click on calculate, doesn't work. Click on exit, it doesn't work. So take a look at the second error. You can tell very quickly that it is a syntax error. It's a typo. It's supposed to be text instead of txt. We fixed that problem and it went away. Looking at the first problem, you can see that the name on the field of the first error is not the right name. So it looked like our intention is to name the net payment text box LBL net income. So we are going into the property of that text box, and let's take a look at how we named it. I can bet that it is a default name instead of the right name. So let's go there. And here it is. It is a default name instead of the right name. Let's fix that. Look at that name. Make the correct change. And voila, just like the other one, as soon as you make the correction, then it works. Now let's see if we can execute it. Well, calculate doesn't work, and as you can see, exit doesn't work either. Okay, so let's open up the code, and right away you see here is that the button exit click event doesn't have anything. There's no instruction to tell it to close. So I am adding a me.close function to the event in order to close now the second event looks okay. The calculation seems to be performing correctly. However, if you look at the click event name, the name of the button seems wrong. It looks like the default name is used instead of the correct name of the button. So let's go to the button's property to check it out. So right click on the button and go down to property and scroll up. There you see, that's the name that you're supposed to use in your event. So I am going to copy the correct name into the property and paste it into the event to make sure that I'm not making any typo. Okay, and here's another one for the click. Okay, calculation looks all right. I am going to take a look at the other text boxes and verify the syntaxes for those names that I use in the calculation. All right, so scroll up. That's the correct name. That's the name. Uh, that's the first name I use in the calculation. And then here is the second one. I don't think that we use this third one. I am not sure what this third one is there for. You probably have some plan to use it. But, you know, the name is still the default name. And in this last one here, this is for the result of the calculation. The name is correct. However, I do not advise you to use the text box. Okay, probably a label would be okay. Now let's test it. So I know that we only use the first two text boxes. So input to the two text boxes. Click on calculate. Here you see the result, and exit. Okay. Now try one more time. This time I'm inputting in everything, and you see that I'm able to input into the result field. So that's not good. But when I click on calculate, it gives me the result, and when I